Oh man, I got trapped in the wrong dimension again. Well, anyways, welcome back to another video on Gearsaw Studios, and today we are not playing Minecraft. We are playing the similarly named Craftmine. Well, in Minecraft, you go around, you mine the world and craft things. In this one, you craft the world and mine things. Very different. So without further ado, let's investigate this April Fool's joke. Now, in order to start this, go up to this little thing right here. This is called the Minecrafter. And not to be confused with ordering me, but right here, we can make our own mine. So right here, pretty simple. And we can add mine ingredients. However, some of them will be locked randomly, which means you won't be able to use them. You can see fluffy mine, or I can have one with a lot of chickens, or one with frogs. And right here, well, I now have my mine. And then once you have your mine, you right click it. And here's the thing, it's gonna have an overdramatic display, and then we'll discover what this really plays like. So in scale, it's pretty similar to 20w14 Infinity. So now I'm in the world. And you can see it is slowly generating. Of course, it makes its own dimension. And I have a nice pale garden themed thing right here. And the natural stone of this dimension appears to be granite. So overall, it's a pretty generic dimension, all things considered. You can see some of the things in the top left. However, now it's time to figure out what this is all about. And grab myself a block and get ready. My inventory's locked. Yep, no armor, no inventory, no crafting here, just me, my offhand, and my hotbar. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tough experience, but fortunately, this is a roguelike right now. And now, use this crafter, and then I turn it on and off, and I can do things with this. And for, convenience, I'm just gonna use some cheats for this. And essentially in this world, well, my goal is to get XP. And also, this world is mostly single biome. There'll be a few biomes per world, but ultimately you aren't going to see very much. You can see normal stone is really just been replaced with granite, and granite's been swapped with it. So yeah, ores are more common in this in order to facilitate progression. And your goal here is what I recommend for your first run. Find the exit. Using a copper ingot and 8 iron ingots, you can use an eye vendor. However, those will hurt you now, and they'll get you to this mine thing. It's another structure, and this one will send you home. Now, I've successfully escaped that world, and now I'm getting a bunch of XP. And along with that, I'll get my first mine. You can see mine 1. And you can see memory lane right here. Memory lane is, well, endless. And then I can insert mine 1, and I can return to that world whenever. But you'll notice, during all that screen clutter and all the XP I was getting, well, I have attained something. That is, well, experience. That's right. You can level up now. And this is, well, the main thing. And you can get a speed boost, and, well, you can use your levels in order to, well, figure stuff out. Right here, stop hitting yourself whenever you use an eye vendor. You can go faster. You can spawn with, well, actually, no. But this is swift sneak, stuff like that. Extra speed. Then you can get more experience. And, well, yeah, it's a pretty simple system. This is for your exploration. You can get double jumps and such. And you can have depth strider. And here is where you unlock inventory crafting, smelting, the ability to have an inventory. And here, well, just faster stuff. You spawn with a shovel, you get to spawn with a pickaxe. Oh no, I'm really losing it now. And right here, you get to actually learn how to fight things. Right here, it just admits this is stupid. And right here is hard mode. You gain nothing from this. You get less XP, you get mining fatigue, your armor is worse, you start burning more, slowness, and instantly die when you take damage mode. Yeah, quite amazing features. But now that I've been to that world, I've unlocked new things. I can make my worlds different now. You can see right here, it's going to have axolotls, and it's going to have deep slate, and, well, surface world. But then I can edit some things. This time I can forcefully add skeletons if it wasn't locked. I could make it into floating islands, stuff like that. And let's say I want to make the world, more pigs. Then I can go to another mine of my own creation. Sure enough, this world is infested with pigs and axolotls like it said it would, and the default stone has been replaced with deep slate. And also, it seems like lush caves are going to generate on the surface for this one. And now it's time to explain a little bit more of the objectives. Of course, get XP, and you get that by, leaving the dimension. However, there's something else, and that is actually collecting things. Now, let's say I collected, what's something that's really valuable? Apparently, Silence Trim is not very valuable, all things considered, so, something stackable, preferably. Yeah, let's just say monster spawners for this, even though you can't get them. And, well, these have a value attached. You can see, well, 12.8 for 64 of them. This is for your XP. And, of course, it stacks with learning. And now, when I return back, then I'll get more XP for my efforts. And then there's something else you'll want to do in this world. And that is, actually playing the game. Let me get myself an insta-kill tool. And if I go around and start, beating things up, typical Minecraft behavior, eventually I'll get things. So get rid of that. Of course, I get XP for this. But sometimes you won't always get stuff. So I'm just going to give myself a little bit of nice effects. And let's just assume I've played this game for too long. And now, just going to do some insta-mining. And eventually, sometimes I'll even get items. Although I'm not getting any right now, you can get things, well, main ingredients. If you kill a frog, you can add Wednesdays to your world, which I'm not entirely sure what it does yet. Based off of my XP counter, you can see it was a little bit more than what the value states, so pretty much it is worth trying to collect things. Mine 2's right there, and now, because I got myself the Wednesday frogs, it's going to be a harder world. Also, sometimes you get to add extra things. Now let's say Fluffy Mine, Heralds of Doom, Skeletons, and then some predetermined things. And then I enter in again. Of course, we can look at all my levels, what I can do with them. Let's say I spawn with full iron and an iron sword. Something that I can survive with. And now this world is fluffy. It has sheep in it, and you can see it also has ores. But now I can do a little bit more, and the stuff comes pre-enchanted, which is really nice. Now I'm battle ready, but that's not really the important thing. Apparently, it's Heralds of Doom in here. I do not know what it does, but essentially, now you can get more XP by adding challenges to your world. I'm not entirely sure how this world is challenging, but apparently it is more challenging, besides just being floating islands, which you can select randomly. And yeah, that's going to be the gameplay loop. You go in, you collect some resources, you try collecting main ingredients, and then you leave, get a bunch of XP, and then you spend it on getting upgrades. Use those upgrades to do the same thing over and over again, faster and faster. And yeah, that is how this Craftmine stuff works. Of course, there's a little bit more going on once you get into the intricacies and learn about the late game. Now, once you start exploring a bit more in this world, you'll probably notice these magical doors on either side of you. They yearn for the keys, not the mines actually. And you can see something went wrong. Yeah, this didn't happen last time. But here, if I try again, maybe on this door. Nope, it said something went wrong. And, well, it doesn't do anything unless you legitimately obtain one, I'm pretty sure. But essentially, these are endless hallways. You're gonna get, like, an extra room. It has a tripwire in it, and there's nothing else. So yeah, despite how cool these doors look, they are not actually hiding anything. So don't worry about them. And now, you kind of just do this for a while. Go in, out, probably die a few times, stuff like that. Now, every once in a while, or specifically every sixth one, there's going to be something different. You will not have the opportunity to choose where you're going. Of course, you can go down memory lane with your past mines in order to, extract stuff from them. And this one is a bit different. This one is a boss battle. And, well, it's going to be a boss battle. What did you expect? Fortunately, I purchased some of the combat things, so hopefully it's a little bit easier, and I have a pretty decent biome. But, of course, you can see here, it is a bunch of silverfish. And, well, I have the weapons necessary, so it should not be too difficult. And by weapons, of course, I mean, here. Slash kill at E type equals silverfish. Man, I'm so good at this game. Well, anyways, well, yeah, it's a boss battle, and I'm in the gravelly extreme hills. What biome? Yep, it's actually windswept gravelly hills. It is not its own dimension. Also, there's Skulk here, which is pretty interesting. Skulk doesn't really generate anywhere else. Yeah, so it turns out there is Skulk in here. It generates a deep dark, so keep that in mind. If you find this dimension, well, you should probably go here because, well, a whole ancient city is in fact generating in here, which, in case you haven't thought about it, is actually really good for value because, well, it has things like echo shards, music discs, and a whole bunch of other good things. So, maybe do some exploring in this dimension. It will be very good for your actual exploration. And you can see the silverfish are not doing a particularly good job. So back to the wave area. Well, yeah, the silverfish are dying a lot. And then, yeah, what did you expect? It's a ton of silverfish, but still, it's a boss battle. There's some other things like a ghast, a specifically giant one that's poorly textured, and shoots 3 fireballs, and then, other boss battles hidden in there, like a raid. With that completed, I got myself one of the keys. And once I use it, well, I can open this room. And this time it's actually a bit different. Yeah, last time I did not get anything interesting. So now you can have a tree in this realm, which actually is really good. If you unlock crafting, then, well, you can have a crafting table in here and actually get stuff done. So I guess I was wrong about that. The doors will have random rooms hidden behind them that hopefully you can use. Of course, you actually have to legitimately obtain them or else you're not going to get anything cool. Like these ones, they're evidently fakes. So I'm not going to get anything. But if you actually get them the legitimate way, then you'll have some good stuff going for you. So yeah, I was wrong about them. But yeah, that's the general gist of how all this works. Well, anyways, that's the end of today's video. Of course, there's so much more to talk about, but it's way, way too much to discuss everything that's going on in this update. Pretty much. Minecraft is a whole new game in this. So if you ever wanted to try it out, well, I strongly recommend it. Of course, only for like 5 minutes, otherwise it just gets really grindy actually. But still, it's worth a try just to see how it all works. Either way, enjoy the rest of your day. Gearsaw out.